Hello and welcome back to the TV Cast, the show we talk about streaming shows, TV shows, anything not movie related really when it comes to, well, not anything movie related, but you know, TV shows, streaming shows, yeah. My name is Tobias, and with me as always is my sister and trusty co-host Rebecca. Hello, and this is of course a spin-off of our real podcast called the Spoiler Cast. We talk about movies, we don't care about spoiling them. This is the third episode for this season, and it's also the third episode we're talking about True Detective Night Country.
Yes.
Yeah, which is the show we're talking about right now. And if you listened to this before, you know we have a ruling, like at some points in the show we ask ourselves, do we want to continue talking about this? Because I'm notoriously not a fan of TV shows. I think it just drags on.
Yes, and we've mentioned in a bunch of our TV casts where we just give up. I think we've given up on every show we've done except for House of the Dragon, and so far this, I suppose. Yeah, I think so. Which is not a good track record.
No.
Or is it just a testament that TV shows aren't always as good?
Yeah, that's kind of what we're going to discuss today. As we're talking about episode 3 of season 4 of True Detective. Or, technically, this is a spin-off show, because it says it's based on True Detective by Nick Pizzolatto in the credits.
That is true.
I don't know. I also gotta turn off my phone, because I keep getting fucking messages from work, even though I don't work today. Thank you. Well, not me, but I'm in the group chat. Anyway.
Group chat. Anywho.
Yes, episode 3.
Yes, starts up with a that's not a recap. That's what's it called? A flashback. To when Navarro first meets Annie, just to showcase that Annie was deep down obviously a good person.
Yeah, Annie was fucking perfect, and
I wrote down a saint.
Yeah, right off the bat. I've tried to not be too critical of stuff like that, because that has been the knee-jerk reaction, like, oh, True Detective gone woke, oh, this is just big strong women doing their thing, this is blah blah blah. But at this point, it's turning into that.
A little bit.
It's like, god damn. Can these women do no wrong, except for in the eyes of men? This is Mary Sue territory at this point.
Yes, unfortunately, they're
and it's so,
because the few
so
wrongs
uninteresting
they do are so not addressed in general, or like even if it's talked about, it's not like a bad thing.
Okay, I gotta ask you then. Except for the things that are motivated by like vigilance or you know, a righteous cause, what wrong do these women do?
Well, I mean, they both Navarro and Danvers comment on both of them sleeping around as if it is a bad thing, but they don't.
But that isn't
like,
a bad thing. I mean,
no, but you know, like they comment on it, but they don't tell each other off.
Yeah.
We have this hint at Danvers being racist, but then she shows good faith in certain areas, anyways. So it's not justified or like solidified, I suppose. We have in a very small role, I guess, Peter Pryor's wife or girlfriend or baby mama or whatever the fuck she is, being a nagging wife. You know, it's never.
Yeah, but.
Never shown off as a bad thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
It's his fault for doing his job, for being a true detective.
Yeah, there's a lot of like things that could be bad, but it's not properly fleshed out that way. So yeah, I agree. It's getting a little bit annoying.
Yeah, remember. I'm not even gonna say the first season now, because I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna try to not at all. I'm gonna do this. Remember in the second? Have you watched the second season yet?
I've seen 2 episodes of it, and I'm so bored.
Yeah, I know.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that at some point. Yeah. But remember that show where they all have these like weird hang-ups. Like one's an alcoholic, one is obviously like sexually repressed.
Yeah.
And one is just has a death wish and closeted homosexual. Spoilers, I suppose.
Oh. I didn't get that far.
No, that's true. Not in 2 episodes. That's true. fine. The hint at it in the first episode. And here's just like, both of them have tragic backgrounds.
Yeah. I mean, we do get...
And that's it?
No, we do get, like, they do bad stuff as cops, though, not as women. Because we have the Williams... No, what was it called? The Wheeler case.
The Wheeler case, yeah, where they're lying about
straight
what
up
happened
lie.
there. Yeah, we know... No, they're gonna throw us a bone. They're gonna throw us a twist, not a bone. You're gonna think, so Navarro shot him. Spoilers, by the way. Don't listen to this if you haven't seen the third episode.
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
As with any of the YouTube commentary, podcast, anything you find on the internet, basically.
This is a post-episode discussion.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, or post-show discussion. Like Talking Dead, Talking Thrones, Talking everything people did a few years ago. Yeah, they're gonna throw us a twist there, though. The Navarro, the fighter for damaged women, is not the one who shoots Wheeler. Danvers shoots him. Ooh, yeah, I think. Or no, they're gonna be even more boring and actually do Navarro shooting him because of course he did it. It would be more like, oh shit, if Danvers does it.
I mean, not to mention season 1, but you remember when Rust and Marty find the kids, like, halfway through the season?
Yeah.
Who would you expect to shoot the bad guy in that scene?
I don't know. I honestly... I would have... I mean, when you see him walking, it's obvious who's going to do it. But when they're there,
in that
I
situation,
didn't think any of them would do it.
Okay.
Because I thought they were
Marty was a bit of a twist.
Okay. It was a twist that any of them shot them.
I guess.
That any of them let their emotions take over.
I guess. I'm just... Because these scenes are kind of similar.
Yes.
And maybe they want to repeat that one, or they want to do something very different. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, could just be even more of a twist than he actually did shoot himself, but they didn't want to tell people that they were there and could have stopped him.
Maybe, yeah.
Or something.
That would be a weird thing to lie about, though.
Yeah, yes.
I'm getting the feeling that
obviously we're supposed to
something
think
happened there. They're hiding something,
yeah.
Obviously. Yeah.
One of them shot him. The other bad thing that they did in this episode as police officers is Danvers' little fake conversation when they're out to visit Oliver... What was his last name?
Nagak?
Yeah.
I think it was.
Tagak.
Sorry, Tagak,
yeah. Faking the conversation just so she can open the door.
Yeah,
it's not really legal.
But that's not a bad. That doesn't make them inherently bad or flawed people.
No, that's true.
That's just a little, dirty cop.
Even though Navarro goes like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, which is. I mean, that's the thing because the police has to have probable cause to enter a building without a warrant. So, but that's just bending the law a little bit.
Yeah. And they shouldn't have to, because unless he had something to hide, he would have opened the door. No?
Yeah. I mean, it's the same with the Wheeler case. Like, each time they got called out there, and each time they couldn't do anything because she wouldn't prosecute. Or press charges.
And they didn't have any damning evidence that actually proved it.
Yeah. So what can they do? Well, that's where you bend the law a little bit. Yeah.
But yeah, in general, no, they're not made out to be bad people, even though they do small bad things.
Yeah, they're not as characters. Like, we're halfway through the season now because it's only going to be six episodes.
Yes, this season is more surrounding the mystery. Actual mystery, instead of the characters.
Which, once again, if we're going to judge it as a true detective show, that's not what the show should be about. It should be about the true detectives.
Sure.
I
still think it's better than season 2 so far. Because season 2 is 2 episodes in and we don't even have a case. Basically.
No, they're looking for whoever killed Ben Casper.
Yeah, but, like... Yeah, but that comes at the end of episode 2 almost.
Episode 1?
No.
What?
Episode 1, they don't even know he's dead yet.
They don't?
No, that's in episode 2.
How does the first... What? Are you sure?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Hold on. Doesn't the first episode end with them standing by his corpse on at the bench?
No.
Are you sure?
Episode 2 might start with that.
I'm gonna check. Episode 1, season 2. Yeah, it ends with them finding the body because he's out driving without the lights on because he wants to die.
We don't know that it's Casper then, do we?
No, but we know there's the body.
Sure.
They have to figure it out. They're put on the case to figure out who killed this guy.
I haven't understood a thing about season 2.
And I
don't understand what's happening. So
no, and spoilers. It's not going to get more clearer.
God.
Yeah, it's a mess full of bad dialogue and just convoluted plots. It's not great.
Yeah.
And I still haven't finished it. I fell asleep during episode 7. And so I haven't finished that one yet. So I haven't seen the last episode yet. Anyway,
season 4, Night Country.
4. Yeah.
Yeah. The characters are not as interesting.
No.
We're getting bits and pieces of them, but it's still not enough. And I feel like you said, we're halfway through the season. We should know more by now. I still don't really care about why Danvers is so anti-Inuit when it comes to Leia, but then shows her respect and shows up at the stillbirth baby's mother's house.
Yeah. Just
out of respect, I assume, because she doesn't even speak to them. She just stands there.
Yeah. Yeah. And at this point, like, why can't they just tell us? Why is she the way she is?
Give us more.
Show us why.
Yeah. Same with Navarro, just having her talk about her tragic past with her mother and her sister's illness. Yeah, but, like, okay, he hit you.
Yeah.
Then what?
Yeah.
But how does that make you who you are, like, instantly when you were a child? There needs to be more. We need to know what happened in Iraq or whatever the fuck she was.
Yeah, when are they gonna
address that?
Yeah, address that. What happened? Because they hinted at this time again. We saw her when she fell on the ice and hit her head. She woke up in the desert. There was an overturned Humvee, and then Danvers' child was there.
Oh, he was
holding the.
Oh yeah, he was there too. He was on the ice first, and then yeah.
Oh. Tell her. What did she say? Tell her. I don't remember.
I miss her or something.
Something like that. And then of course Lund woke up.
Oh yeah.
At first I thought he was a zombie. I was like, oh yeah, this is full on supernatural now. But no, he was just in pain.
Yeah.
But then he does wake up and say, "Your mother is here," while telling you hello.
I'm still assuming all of this is like hallucinations somehow.
Yeah, sure.
Same with the orange coming back. It must have been a hallucination.
The orange?
She threw it on the ice.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah, she heard someone yelling.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was.
They keep whispering, save us, was it that time?
Yeah, exactly. There's so much...
As if, I don't know, all of the lost children or something buried out in the ice. I don't know.
Yeah.
The one thing we do get explained is the fucking... What was it called? Corpsicle. Yeah. I mean, they clarify the fact that, no, they could not have died like that on the ice. They must have died first.
Which, I guess...
Which makes sense.
Yeah, hindsight is 2020. But that makes sense, because if you freeze to death, you don't do like a death face, like, ah!
Exactly. It's not, like we said, it's not Ghostbusters.
That's instant death. Yeah, exactly. So we should have picked up on that, actually.
Yeah. But we didn't. So yeah, that makes sense. And yeah, finally, but it's good that they do say it out loud, because no one else thought of it either in the series, obviously. Like, not even the police people figured that one out.
Yeah.
They needed a veterinarian to do it.
Yeah.
Like, which is a funny side note, I guess.
They didn't die screaming and running from hypothermia. No, that's not how it happens. Yeah, exactly.
Unless they did get freeze raid or something.
Yeah, that's what they're actually. The mine dug too far, and they found a secret alien base that works on death rays.
Hey, that last clip of the video of Annie K in the ice cave, when it cuts off, or just before it cuts off, when she drops the phone or whatever, there's a skeleton.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, and I didn't notice it on the ice. Yeah, there's something in the ice. Yeah.
Which first of all, spiral. Second of all, I was like, oh, ice dragon.
It's
It looks.
Yeah, it's obviously some sort of like a twirly spine thing and a head. Looks almost like a fish head, or
most
a reptile
likely it's
head.
a fish.
Yeah.
Because it alludes to the Kavik's ice fishing. There's big ass fishes under ice.
Yeah. So she's deep down in some sort of ice, like under the water, sort of.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so that's obviously where she died. No, it doesn't have to be. I suppose
that's not where she died, but it's probably what caused her death. That she was down there.
So
whoever found her was not happy.
Yeah, we don't hear any human voices yelling like "Get the bitch" or something. So she wasn't killed by miners or mine people?
Unless they just snook up on her. Snook? Is that a word? Sneaked?
But doesn't she say, like, I found her or found it or something?
I found it, I think she says.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Alluding again to that fact that the mine is digging after something other than just, like, oil or whatever the fuck they're... No, they're not digging for oil. That's not what mines do. Material, whatever, stone.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Rocks,
I don't know what they're mining.
minerals.
Actually, what are they mining?
I don't know.
It's called like Silver Light Mine or something.
Yeah.
Are they mining for silver?
I found it. It's here, is what she says. Yeah, I found it. Yeah.
Could also be a connection to the spiral again somehow. Because you know how the friend, the hairdresser mentions that she dreamt the spiral until she tattooed it, then the dream stopped.
Yeah. Yeah, and just everyone has, like, prophetic dreams, so maybe she, like, in her dreams saw something.
Yeah.
But then, like we said in the last episode, now we're just treading water here, and just repeating ourselves, because now we're just waiting for them to actually tell us what's going on, because I'm not interested in anything else than finding out what is actually going on.
Yes, and that is
you
true.
You do not need 6 hours to tell us that story.
No.
There's so much padding in this episode.
There's a lot of alluding to things, but never explaining them.
Yeah.
And hopefully they do end up being explained in the end, but it's taking a little bit too long. There's a lot of, like, small, unnecessary, like, the alleged relationship between Danvers and Peter Pryor. Mrs. Robinson comment.
Yeah. But like the whole thing with Oliver Kagak, that character, where did that lead? Nowhere. Oh, so he was there as well.
He's kind of come back, I guess, but
yeah, but why didn't that character, like, why didn't he make sense in this episode? Why drag it out?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's the thing. If you're gonna have, like, you that's a problem.
Because it's a TV show.
Yeah, I know.
Because, like I said in the last episode, they need to drag stuff out for a number of episodes. It's like chapters in a book. You can't get told everything in one page, because then it's not a book. It's just an essay. Or even that. It's not even a short story. Like...
Yeah, but then you have to fill those spaces in between the plot points with something interesting. Now we're just sitting and waiting for them to solve it. It's like...
Modern movies, I was about to say movies, modern TV shows have a lot of, especially when it comes to murder mysteries, they want the audience to start speculating. They want the audience to start trying to figure out who is connected and what did they do. The whole thing with Hank Pryor, having the evidence box at his house, hiring a bunch of hillbillies to help out with the search, and the way he motivates them, making Navarro go, you do know that we want him alive, right?
Yeah.
Do we? The withholding of evidence and the phone call. He's obviously in on it. In on parts of it.
Yeah.
Regarding Annie K's death specifically. But we're supposed to just go, but what did he do?
Is he just obviously in on it, though?
In one way, he must be. Either he covered it up, or he actually was involved in killing her, like, actively. But he's definitely covering something up.
But they're not treating him as a bad guy. That's the thing. He's barely in the show.
It's just us that are supposed to know that. It's not the people in the show.
But for us, like, except for having, like, bad blood between him and Danvers, and him slapping his son for stealing from him, what has he actually done that's bad?
There's the offhand comments. It's the way he acts towards certain people.
Yeah, but then we also saw him, like, repainting his house for this woman he loves and waiting for.
Yeah, but he's done more bad stuff than good stuff. He's done, like, 2 nice deeds in the entirety of 3 episodes. And he's done, like, 15 lesser deeds.
Yeah,
that would make him out to be one of those, like, you don't like this character.
Sure. I find this very lackluster. Like, if he's gonna be a bad guy, like, what? Yeah, I don't know. I'm so uninterested at this point.
You're so uninterested that you're not gonna finish it?
There's only 3 episodes left, so I might as well. But I mean,
I want to know more about the polar bear and the one-eyed thing, because now we see a woman walking around with an eye patch.
Yeah,
matching. I think, if I'm like, I didn't see them side by side, but I think she matched the polar bear with the eye.
No, it's different eyes.
Is it?
She has it on her left. The polar bear's right eye was popped out.
Okay, never mind then. I was like, ooh, maybe she's something, but no, maybe not.
She's the avatar for the polar bear.
No, God, no, that's not what I meant. She's this episode's symbolism for the polar bear.
Yeah, I don't know. You had a bunch of notes. Anything else you found? Anything you found interesting?
No, it's mostly things we've already talked about. There's all of these voices though, and I'm still on the trail that the water is killing people and messing with people, making them lose their minds, hearing voices and seeing things. They did the mentioning of stillbirths and dying infants is more and more connected to the water, in my opinion.
Yeah, sure.
Because, I mean, if you don't have clean water, the odds of an infant surviving is pretty slim.
Yeah.
So there has to be something that the mine has dug up that has, apart from ruining the water supply and killing all the animals in the area, which they also mentioned at the protest meeting thingy.
Driving the animals insane, yeah. Which we
yeah,
saw
killing them off.
That opening shot in the first episode makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess.
But there could be, what did they find? Is it just, I don't know, oil or whatever poisoning the water from like the machines, or did they like open up a, what's it called, repository of some sort of bacterial thingy that was in the ice and now it's thawing and poisoning the water? Is like a fucking mammoth that is decaying or something? Ice dragon? I don't know.
Someone has poisoned the water well.
Yeah, by throwing in a skunk, you know?
Yeah.
Is it that? Or did they find something supernatural?
I don't know.
Because there's... I know it's not supposed to be... And Danvers comments on like, oh, do you believe in God? He is telling us that there are supposed to be more realistic answers here. But there's too much supernatural, too much fantasy and magic, and what did she call it? Chumpalumpas?
Yeah. Are you trying to say the chupacabra? No.
I thought of Oompa-Loompas,
yeah,
sure.
Chumpalumpa. That's also something, I mean, maybe that's not unfair, because I guess the first season kind of has a problem too. This season, they take everything so serious. There's no jokes. Except for that Choompa Loompa. I haven't laughed yet. This is the episode that actually had me like feel something. I did it twice. I laughed at that, and the opening shots when the baby finally starts breathing,
Finally
I was like,
breathing,
oh! But I think that's just my maternal instincts. Whenever there's babies,
everyone's maternal instinct.
Whenever babies are like, I used to say that like, oh, movies they were like, it was brave and they took risks when children were killed in movies. I've changed that stance since I got a little older. Not that you should refrain from it just because, but like whenever there's a baby in peril, I just like, oh no.
Unless it's like the Fast and Furious baby on the plane, because it's not going to get killed.
Yeah. No, that's
but it's actually scary.
That's what ruined. Do you remember the movie Shadow in the Clouds from a few years ago with what's her name? Hit girl. What's her name?
Chloe
Grace Moretz? Yeah.
I never watched it, but I remember you talking about it.
Where there's a bomb plane in the Second World War. It's being attacked by a gremlin. And like that's a fun, like pulpy story. Problem is there's a baby in constant peril in that movie, so I couldn't enjoy any of it. I was just like the entire movie.
No, the baby.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so that was the only time when the baby started yelling. I was like, "Oh God, yes! Thank God he's alive." And then I laughed at the Choompa Loompa. That's it. The rest, I was just like, trying to retain the information.
I'm not, like you said, I'm not entirely sure season 1 made me laugh or cry too much though either. So I don't know if TV shows do that.
No, but no.
In general,
and like I said, it's a little bit unfair, and I'm not I'm not saying like a show has to be like an emotional roller coaster, but at least the first season had like lines when Marty Hart says like, how about we make the car a place for silent reflection after Rust says something incredibly weird. Yeah.
Philosophical humans are a plague speech.
Or when he says like, please don't say anything, please don't mention any of this shit around my children. He's like, of course not, Marty. What do you think, I'm a fucking psycho? yes, I do. Like that kind of stuff.
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's not going to be a lot of like memorable moments.
No, not at all.
From this season, most likely. I am still intrigued. I am personally intrigued because I want to know what Hank is hiding. I want to know what happened to Danvers. Why is she so afraid of the indigenous culture?
I know what it is. Do you want to? Should I do a bold statement here again, like I did last episode?
Go for it.
Because her husband was indigenous. And he probably had like strong convictions. He was, in touch with that part of his religion or his spirituality and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, since they were more like hippie people back then.
Yeah.
We find out from Leah and her underage girlfriend. I mean, they're both underage or whatever. But still.
They're 16 or something.
Yeah, they're both underage. So, either way. So there was a car accident. And,
yes.
Little kid, we don't know, child was hurt.
He has a name, but I don't remember.
Did he say a name?
Yeah, at one point.
You're not thinking of Darwin?
No,
Pryor's kid?
There's like
whatever.
Henry or something. I don't know.
Danvers
exactly.
Jr.
Yeah. Baby Danvers.
Yeah, is hurt in the accident, of course.
Yes.
And then, they're taken to the hospital, blah, blah, blah. But because of some sort of religious thing or, a cultural thing, they aren't allowed to treat him for something. Like this little thing, if they would just give in to that, modern science or modern medicine could have saved him, but they wouldn't. And that drove a wedge between them. They got divorced. He died, probably from guilt of letting his son die. Or something, and that's why she hates or resents that part of her stepdaughter's life and
culture.
That culture in general.
Nah, that seems weird.
Okay.
First of all, I don't think I've ever heard of indigenous people having an issue with modern medicine, so to speak.
No. Okay.
I mean. The water birth in the beginning might show differently, but it's more like
took him to a shaman instead of the hospital.
Yeah,
something like that
would make more sense. But I just think they died in a car crash, both of them, straight away.
But why doesn't she like the Inupiaq people or whatever it is they're called?
Maybe they blamed her for their death. Maybe she was driving the car, and of course,
and then she just became racist because of that.
I don't know, maybe. No. But that's the thing, though. I'm not sure she's racist. Because why would she, if she was racist, why would she go to the mother's house to pay her respects? Why would she be so emotionally touched by the singing or chanting or whatever it's called that she had to walk away, obviously disturbed, to the core? It wasn't, oh, this is disgusting. It wasn't.
Because it reminded her of when her son died during a similar situation.
Yeah, maybe they did do one of those for his son or her son.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, sure.
I'm intrigued.
I would like to find out
by the fucking polar bear.
I would like to find out, but I'm not sure it's worth 3 more hours of my time. Especially when I can only watch 1 hour a week.
Hey, you like it when episodes come out 1 a week.
Yeah.
Don't complain.
If it's good, if it's interesting, now it's just tedious that I have to wait. Can we just get to it? But I'll tough it out. Fine. Whatever.
I'm gonna finish it.
Yeah, we're gonna finish it. Because it's only, like we said, it's only 6 episodes.
Yeah, we're only 3 weeks out. We'll survive.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, there's not a lot to talk about.
No.
Because it's all just speculations, recapping what happened, and then complaining.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to do a full-on recap of what happened.
No, that's bullshit.
Every minute.
That's just padding.
Yeah, watch Think Tank or whatever the fuck they're called.
Think Story,
yeah, or Screen Rant, or all those. I mean, search Night Country and you'll get 15 people doing a recap and discussion, and all they're doing is speculating on the symbolism of the orange. It's yeah, it's an orange.
Was it an orange though? I thought it was an apple.
No, it was oranges. Okay. And it's in the opening credits twice. Because apparently there's one on the frozen road at one point. Oh. I've always skipped over the opening credits, to be honest.
Yeah, me too.
4 clicks on the 15-second forward and you're done.
Yeah.
But apparently there's a peeled orange at one point where the peel makes a spiral thingy. Okay. Yeah. Do we care? Sure, oranges could symbolize life and birth or whatever. It could also just be a fucking orange. Kind of the child's drawing in episode 2 on the whiteboard. Could just be a fucking drawing.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be deeper than that.
Yeah, so
what could be or should be deeper is the skeleton in the background of Annie K's video. The spiral. But that's about it.
That was also...
I don't care about the one eye. I don't care about the eyes that are everywhere. I don't think the eyes are that important. They symbolize what eyes normally do. The all-seeing eye, God is watching over you kind of thing.
Yeah. I also... this is also very indicative of the fact that I'm not liking the show. I get annoyed when it ends on a cliffhanger. Because it's not ooh, I can't wait to find out. It's more come on, just tell me. Because I'm impatient. I'm impatient now. Yeah, so that's not a good sign. I audibly went that's bullshit.
But are you impatient in kind of way oh, I want the next episode now, or just this could have been 2 minutes longer and I would have been done?
Yeah, I just want it over with.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not. I if I could read the end now, it turns out that yes, the mine dug up something. They were working with Salal Station to try to contain a monster or something, but it was awakened and they killed everyone at Salal Station. If I could find that out now by just reading 10 lines, I would do it. Because I'm not interested anymore.
Spoil it for yourself.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck anymore. Mm. So it's not oh, I really want to find out. No, I just want it over with. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But we'll milk it for another 3 episodes, get some views, get some clicks.
I mean, we'll milk it for the next episode, and then we'll see. Maybe we're still just I don't care, and then we just give up.
Yeah.
Who knows?
So I've given up. but I'll continue on. When you give up, we give up. If you give up.
That's what we did with The Last of Us.
Yeah.
When we both finally gave up, when you actually gave up, it's like, can we stop?
I gave up after the third episode. I technically gave up after the second one because like this wasn't as good as the first one.
We kept going for like 5 episodes or something.
Yeah.
And then we're like, nah, because there was one, golden...
We gave up after the 6th episode because we came back for the 5th. We weren't going to do more than 4. But then we did the poll, and people were like, "Yeah, do another Last of Us episode." And we did do the 5th one, which was the best episode of the season of the show.
And then they fucked it up again.
Yeah, so we gave up after number 6. Like I said, I saw the other ones; it wasn't worth it. Either way, this was a shorter episode, but fuck it. There's nothing else to say.
No, and like we say on our usual podcast, if there's not a lot to say, though, it's usually a sign that the content isn't that good.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, speculating isn't really... It shouldn't be. I guess in a murder mystery it kind of is, but it shouldn't be the main pull of a TV show. We should still want to know, of course, what the end result will be, what the mystery is. We want to find out who she is, who has awakened.
It's the alien queen that they found in the ice when they were drilling in the mine.
That wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. Or like, it's not the Yellow King, but the Yellow Queen or something. I don't know. I'm still not convinced that season 1 is... that this is actually attached to season 1.
No, there was no references in this episode about it.
Exactly. I think they just wanted to make people think that to fuck with us.
Even worse.
Because some people are still like, yeah, so it's obvious that Travis Cole is Rust Cole's dad. It's like, no, they didn't confirm that.
No.
They just gave him the same last name.
I'm pretty sure that is who it is. But
but they have not technically confirmed it.
Yeah, sure, but then it doesn't mean that it's going to lead somewhere. It could just be like, it's literally the Soy Jack meme at this point. Like, oh my god, he said Cole!
Yeah, it's so unnecessary to use that name unless it has a connection. But it could just be an Easter egg.
Yeah, exactly. Terrible.
And people are still like, oh, so that is like clear as day, 100% confirmed. It's like, no, technically it's not, and I don't think it has anything to do with the story. But if you guys want to hone in on that, go for it. Have fun with that loose end that is never going to get tied up.
But I think we can confidently say that is Rust Cole's dad. It doesn't have to have anything to do with the plot. But why else would they put that name in there?
I don't know.
That's just silly to think it's like, oh no, we just used the same name, but it's another Cole that also lives in Alaska.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's dumb
obviously.
To put it in.
It doesn't have to mean anything, but it is him.
But that's even worse.
Yeah, no, it's even
him,
worse.
But it doesn't mean anything.
I know.
I don't think it's gonna mean anything though, but sure, could be him. Should it? Probably is him.
Yeah. All right. Should we end it here?
Yes.
Yeah.
We do have other things to do.
We have other things to do. More stuff to record. But yeah, we'll see you back in a week, I think.
Yes.
For the 4th episode, which maybe is the best one so far. Maybe they reveal everything, and it's just a big fucking, it breaks every barrier. It becomes better than season 1,
One thing, we didn't have the Max Official podcast episode to listen to yet because it comes out
tomorrow.
Way too late. It's like probably going to come out tonight.
But I think that's also
they should release that earlier.
We have usually gotten the episodes on Tuesday. Now we got it on Monday. The first 2 episodes came out on Tuesday.
No, the thing is, I watched it last Monday, but we didn't record it until Tuesday,
sure?
And that's when I had time to listen to the podcast because I was at the office last Tuesday, so I did not have time to watch it during the day.
But the first
and
episode...
I had watched it before we... Yeah, the first episode, I think we missed that it came out, or they did release it like on a Tuesday for some reason. But I'm believing, as far as I understand, Mondays seem to be the day.
Yes.
So we'll see you in a week.
See you in a week. We'll talk
Unless we wait one day to be able to listen to the podcast before. But I don't
think
we'll
so.
See.
Yeah.
Nah.
Well, I just want to get, like I said, this over with. But yeah, thank you so much for listening. What did you think of the episode? As always, leave a comment below. We got some comments on the last episode. It's fun to hear what you think. Are we just completely wrong? Is this the greatest show on television right now? I don't know. Tell us. And also, like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow if you're listening to this on any other podcast platform. And
check out the socials.
Yeah, check out the socials. There's a link. There's a link tree. Check us out on patreon.com/don'tmagazinine if you want to support us even more and get a bunch of extra stuff. Literally hundreds of hours of exclusive shit at this point. Otherwise, we'll see you in a week. But until then, have a good one. Bye.
Bye.